When you diagram a complex process, it's usually good to have multiple levels of detail to enable different levels of analysis. At the highest level of the complete process, it would be too much detail to have every step included. Detailed steps that form a self-contained unit of activity can be broken out of the overview process and diagrammed separately as sub-processes, which are then represented as a single shape in the overview. In this example, the collapsed sub-process shape represents several steps. Those steps are diagrammed separately. If the sub-process hasn't been drawn yet, select the collapsed sub-process shape and, on the Process tab, click Create New. Visio creates a new blank page that's linked to the selected shape. If the sub-process has been diagrammed already, select the shape you want to link, go to the Process tab, click Link to Existing, and then select the page you want to link to in the list. There's also the option to browse to another document. For example, if sub-processes are documented and maintained by each team in separate files in a process repository, you can link to the separate file and it will open, even if the file is Excel or PowerPoint or Word, for example, as long as the user has the right program to open the file. If you're drawing the overview and decide that a group of shapes should be broken out as a subprocess, you don't have to draw them over again. Select those shapes by holding the Control key while you click them all, and, on the Process tab, click Create from Selection. A collapsed subprocess shape is added to the diagram, and the selected shapes are moved to a new page. So far, I've talked about collapsed subprocesses. You might have noticed that there's an expanded subprocess shape too. This shape is a container you can use when you want to leave a small subprocess on an overview, but still make it obvious that the steps form a unit. To add an expanded subprocess container, drop it from the Shapes window over the shapes in the subprocess. It doesn't fit quite right and it doesn't actually contain any shapes yet, but we'll fix that. Select all the shapes, then right-click one of the selected shapes, point to Container, and then click Add to Underlying Container. Now find a side of the container, right-click it, point to Container, and then click Fit to Contents. And while the expanded subprocess shape is still selected, start typing to add a label. In the next video, I'll show how to run the validation tool, which checks whether the diagram conforms visually with the BPMN 1.2 standard and helps you find where the errors are.